We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. Cause Kristen knows blank.
Oh, hi there. Welcome back to the Kristin Knows Blank podcast. I'm Kristin Key. I'm the host of this crazy mess, and I am the leader of the lesbian army. So what's up, lesbian army? Hey. And also, if you're listening to this and you're not a lesbian, you can totally join the lesbian army. You don't have to be a lesbian. You can be a hetero reserves or a bisexual brigade or a non-binary, trans special forces, gay men's choir, old lesbian, whatever, however you identify, whatever float you ride on in the grand parade of life. Welcome. This podcast is just it's a community builder. It's a little bit of distraction from what's going on in the world right now, and hopefully it'll put a smile on your face. I get to chit chat with people that uplift me, that I encounter in my community, that are fun. And today's guest is a whole lot of fun. Before we get to the guest, I'm going to remind you, go to KristinKey.com if you want to get tickets to an upcoming show. I'm on my Camp Kristen tour right now. You can come see me in a city near you. Also, on my website, you can go shop for some merch. I've got t-shirts, if you know, you know, and Camp Kristen t-shirts. We've got the hats, stickers. Anyway, if you just want to go shopping, do it at my shop at KristinKey.com. My guest today is one of my favorite people on the planet, because she is my go-to road opener. Her name is Nicole Melnyk, and I met her last year in Royal Oak, Michigan, outside of Detroit, and she just happened to be my opener, and I absolutely just fell in love with her infectious puppy-like energy. And then we found out we had a lot in common. Anyway, I'd love to have her on the podcast more often. So I hope that you enjoy her as much as I do. Hey, computer lady, will you play that interview with me and Nicole Melnyk?
Playing interview with Nicole Melnyk.
I'm literally so happy that we're friends. It's incredible.
Well, let's talk about that first. We met in Michigan because you were randomly selected as an opener for Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. Yeah.
Randomly selected. Yeah.
Yeah. How did that happen?
I just worked with that club before. Usually it's like straight white guys. And
so they picked you because you're the lesbian lady and I'm a lesbian lady. And they were
I genuinely believe that. Yeah. And then I think they went, well, we can't have too many lesbians on the show. So they picked like a straight white guy feature.
I don't mean to be like this. I forgot there was a guy.
I remember the first time we met, I dream of it every night.
Oh, shoot. Well, I remember meeting you because I was like, what a fun energy to have on stage. Like, I was like, listen to her. She's killing up there. And honestly, I mean, no offense to that guy, because it's not his fault that I don't remember him. I might be biased, but I was like, we got to work with her again. That was really fun.
I like the idea that he knew you were in town and asked for you.
Oh, no.
No, I don't think he is, but I think that would be funny.
That would be very funny. He's like, I'm her biggest fan. And I'm like, who? There was a guy? There were 3 of us? What? Okay. Yeah. Well, that was really fun. Well, I scooped you up and was like, let's do this again. And then we found out it's kind of like, I don't know, like when my wife and I started dating, we laugh at this now, 18 years in, but I was like, do you remember when we first met and it was just purely physical? And then we learned that we actually like each other, and we laughed so hard because after all these years, we're like, oh my God, that's so funny that we started with a physical relationship. That's how, like with you, I was like, oh, you're really fun to watch on stage. She's a great comic. And then we found out off stage, oh my God, we actually have a lot in common.
We have so much
friends.
In common.
Yeah.
We're so friends. I love that about us.
I do too. It makes it way more fun.
I'm still kind of trapped in that headspace where you are like a mentor to me. So it's fun to like you and Molly are sort of parental to me. I like thinking about you and your like young hot slut phases. I'm like, look at mom and mom going at it.
Oh yeah, we were young ones. We were like in our early 20s, and we like.
I'm like, when mom was my age, she was plowing her mom.
Oh, I'm so glad she can't hear any of this. She'd be like, turn it off, edit that out completely. I never liked you physically.
You're like, never.
Never happened. So here's the third layer of this onion that got really fun was, so I met you, did a terrific job on stage, and then went back out. We chit chatted more and was like, oh my gosh, we've got some bonkers things in common. And then my niece Morgan, who runs my t-shirt merch whenever I'm close enough to her, she came on the road, and the two of you became like besties.
how I tell the story, because I feel like for me and Morgan hit it off really early, but for me and you, it was specifically when I asked for the Buffy intro music that I felt
Yeah.
like you saw me as a person. Like
Yeah.
I instead of like,
Oh, I saw through you. I saw your
yeah,
soul that night. Yeah. I was
that
like,
was like
oh,
it.
you're not just a comic, you're the chosen one. Because yeah, you were like, what if I just went up to the Buffy theme song? I'm like, what? That
You were
would be
like tuning your guitar absentmindedly, and then you like stopped.
and then it got deep so fast. It was like, what's
Yeah,
your favorite episode? How many have you watched all the seasons? How many times have you watched them? And then we started quoting it. And then it
we
got
were
super
in.
deep, hella fast. And
Because we're both episode title people and like specific detail people. So we're like, remember in season 4, episode 8, when that thing happened?
do I?
Like
Do
it's
it? Do
always
you
like,
know
yeah,
why it happened? I've actually listened to a podcast about why they kept that in.
behind the
Oh,
scenes.
it got
Yeah.
it got deep. So we talked about Buffy one night. I was dropping you and Morgan off at a lesbian sports bar because I don't drink, but I love people to drink. And so one of my superpowers is designated driving. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take you to this lesbian sports bar, like 20 minutes away. Good luck getting home. And on the way, me and you went super deep down the Buffy hole where Morgan from the back seat was like, well, you guys, now I feel like I'm going to have to watch all of it just so I'll have something to talk to you about. And then she fucking did.
And she did. Also, spot on Morgan, dude. That's
Dude,
so
she's my
good.
niece. I know more. That's not cool. Usually it's like, I love you and Kristen. I don't care what anybody says. I'm here. She's the best. She's absolutely the best. And I just I got a message from her last night that said, thank you so much for my Christmas present. And I responded, what did I get you? So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I got
What
her.
did you get her?
Well, I got her something. I also got you. While I was in Australia, I remembered how much you and Morgan love to collect comedy club staff t-shirts. And so I got you a staff t-shirt from a comedy club in Australia. So Merry Christmas.
Whoa!
Yeah, I thought you would like that.
Yo! That's so awesome.
And I will continue to do that whenever. Actually, it's Molly's thing. She does. She's the best at keeping people together. If I didn't have my wife, I wouldn't have any friends. She does the little thoughtful things. While we were there, she goes, "Hey, should we get for Melnyk and Morgan? Should we get them staff shirts?" I'm like, "That's so thoughtful. They will both very much enjoy that." And both of you, yeah, had the same reaction. You're like, "Oh,
I'm so stoked. Whoa!
shit." My favorite thing is that you both wear them to rival comedy clubs often.
Oh yeah, I think it's the funniest thing to do. I think it's the funniest thing to do.
So since we've kind of covered how we met and why we have this in common, I just want the people listening right now, whether they've seen the show or not, let's kind of explain what Buffy is from the beginning. Okay, so give me the Melnyk rundown. What is Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Oh man, how I try to explain it to people who sort of because I don't think it's aged well. I don't think you can necessarily pick it up today and look at it at the scope of today. So I think that it's in my head, it's the precursor to like the 2000s sexy feminism. Like that's to me, it hit this note of this vacuum of where we were as far as like women, but then also this like sort of mandatory Western standard of beauty.
Yeah.
And then it struck that note. And I think it sort of set us up for the next, like, I would even say 30 years. Cause that sort of, then we got, the charms, the aliases, this sort of powerful woman, but also very, very attractive. Like that sort of
sexy
and
feminism.
getting away with it. Yeah. That's what I call it.
Wow.
And then that usually is like the cultural note. Cause I really don't think it's aged well. There's like, even like people will be like, Buffy wore that in high school. I'm like, hey, don't judge women.
Yeah, you can't slut shame, although they did constantly throughout the show.
Constantly.
It has to be looked at with this air of like, I think like showing up at a family function. Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's just Uncle Randy. That's
that's just Buffy.
Uncle
She's
Joss.
different.
Yeah, Joss wrote from
Joss.
he was a misogynistic guy that had the best intentions, but of course, I think he represented what a feminist man at that time looked like.
Yeah.
It wasn't really
it's crazy because
we
we did that. We sort of put him on this feminist pedestal. and then he ended up bad, and it's like that's why we pretty much only put women feminists on pedestals.
Yes.
It's like,
Why we
that's
only
why
put women
gotta
on
stop.
pedestals now,
You
because
like, we gotta stop. If they
Yeah.
can be feminists, but I'm done putting them on pedestals for it.
Yeah. We don't, then he tended to like to punish and control his female characters.
Yeah,
Punish and control. And usually women writers don't do that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, okay. So Buffy's a high school girl. She's a, and it,
Yeah.
my, to try to explain this to without like turning people off right off the bat. It's about a high school girl that has a unique quality about her that no one else has. And so to me, it was a story of self-acceptance and fighting through being comfortable with the set of circumstances you were given. So that's like the overall theme. And since I was like a gay kid in high school, I think by the time I got to Buffy, I was like, yeah, I don't know why I'm relating to this, but I can really relate to this character. And it was just like,
oh yeah,
you now have the weight of the world on your shoulders because she's, the chosen one, the only one in all the world that can fight the vampires and the demons and everything. And that was just her lot. She drew the short straw. That is what it is. And so a lot of it was having to come into self-acceptance about that, while still going to high school and dating and shit.
Yeah, in the same way that she was the only chosen one in the world, I was the only gay person at my school.
Yes, exactly. We had the exact.
So I really connected with it. Yeah. But fully, I think I will do this in real life, but I fully think they're the subgenre of gay, like a Buffy gay. Like sometimes I'll get to know them and they'll go, oh, I'm a Buffy gay. And I'll go, I could sense that about you.
So much. Yeah, it's why you're clever and you're funny and a little dark. And then you start going into, okay, well, who's your favorite supervillain?
Yeah.
Because throughout the show really does ebb and flow with like, it starts with Monster of the Week and then it gets into more like the story arcs in later seasons that go a little bit more deep. And then you have like, you're battling the worst of the worst villains. And then it's just some nerds and your own friendships and sadness. One of the biggest evils was just fucking sadness. Personified.
But then also one of the bad evils was a guy who sang and danced. Like that's the show.
Yeah. Great one. That was a great one.
It's perfect.
And I think the biggest villain was her best friend Xander when we look back on it. God, what a dick.
I was going to say, and the final battle is the battle of accepting yourself.
Oh my God. I'll never accept him. The more I watch the show, maybe it'll come back around because I've been where I'm like, oh, Xander, what a fun sidekick. And now I'm just like, I just hate this guy.
I show it to people today and they go, ugh, I hate Xander. I go, believe it or not, we loved him when it was happening. But I agree. It's crazy we let that slide. He like fully is not a good friend to Buffy at all in a lot of ways.
He's constantly judging her, shaming her, questioning her decisions. He's doing that thing where, I don't know if you get this, like as a comic, when just a random doesn't happen with women. This is a very specific to men thing. A man will just tell you how you should do comedy or run your comedy business, who have never done comedy before. Xander was like that. Often he would tell her how to be a vampire slayer when he is literally just a piece of shit in high school. He's
not even nothing. It's fun that he's also evil in real life. I like when the Nick Brendan is going through a lot right now.
Well, I think the women in his life went through more. Let's just say that.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
But wow. Boy, we're just uncovering every time we uncover a page. It's like, and men are the worst. And then we'll try again. And we're still bad.
Men are the worst. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they get infinite tries, but then when a woman is bad once, they're like, get burner.
Yeah.
Burner.
Yeah. So Sarah Michelle Gellar was great in it. I can't imagine anyone else in that role. I've heard her described as old Hollywood, where she would show up and she hadn't just memorized all of her lines. She'd have the entire script memorized. And she's a child actress. She'd done soaps before it, but she was just so professional and she would show up. And then they surrounded her with two, I think, from right at the beginning, perfect side pieces. She had some great side pieces, but Allison Hannigan.
Yeah.
What was Giles's actual name?
Tony Head, Anthony Stewart Head. Yeah, those two, I think, just anchoring her on either side really made the show seem legitimate.
when it should just seem like, oh, this is cotton candy TV. There's no reason to watch past season 1. This will never make it. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, it's well acted and there's actually a lot of heart to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then even in that first episode, I think or it's at least the early when she's like she pulls tears out of she like manifests this really sad, deep moment, and you're like, oh, so this is gonna be a good show. This is not gonna be some goofy little monster show. They like really.
They get deep. And Allison Hannigan, my God, when she cried on that show, you cried.
Yeah. Yeah. She's the best.
What happened to her that made her have to cry? So, I mean,
it's the doe eyes. I think she was built for it.
Oh,
they're just like,
I mean, I can't cry in therapy. And she can cry on, I'm sure, 12 takes and she'll give you legitimate tears every single time. Poor thing.
I cry a lot, never on command.
I can't cry on command. I can't, like I said, my therapist has made me cry one time. And it literally is when she goes, well, have you thought about switching careers? I don't know why. That was when I was like, what is that? Why? What would you do that? I mean, we worked on my mom for like 8 months, never shed a tear, but.
That's so funny.
I don't know. I guess while we're just doing it, let's just do it. Yeah. Favorite episode, favorite episode. Oh, this is I have a controversial answer because my favorite episode is actually the crossover episode of Angel with Faith called Orpheus. It's when she gets sucked. It's not even a Buffy episode. It's not even a Buffy episode. It's it's like my favorite hour of TV, I even think. Because it's Angelus and Faith trapped in Angel's body, and they're just like going through it's such a good episode. And then Allison Hannigan pops up at the end of it to bring it all. And then she goes, come on, Faith, it's like right before season 7. It's such a what Buffy is. And I know it's an Angel show, but like to me, it's such a good, they're like, it's magic. They're going into mind loops, and then they're going back in time, and he's a vampire, but he's good, and then there's like hella Barry Manilow references. Like, it's just so good. Oh, they did love the Barry Manilow because there's karaoke on Angel. Yeah, because the karaoke demon. You had to sing karaoke to see inside your soul. Yeah. But Faith is my favorite character. So, but for Buffy, anytime, because season 7 Faith didn't really get utilized to the best of my ability. I think they really wanted to throw Buffy through the ringer. They like kicked her out of her own house, and then like she's like suddenly it was just like a lot for me. That bothered me. But, season 7 bothers me for multiple reasons. There's a lot of weird things. Xander's a grown man, but then in it just kills me. Yeah, also that. It's weird that it felt like they were asleep in the writers' room for that, because they do a lot of like, oh, we meant something else, and you're like, did you go? Where's the storyboard for this season? I don't believe you guys. No, you put on a lesbian character that you thought would be really hot. I think they were writing lesbianism for straight guys, honestly. And it's like, know your audience. Oh, I hate that. Willow Tara, spoiler. And if you haven't watched the show yet and you're listening to this podcast, this is your chance. Go, please watch it. Have some fun. I mean, Deal or No Deal Island is a great show. This is a much better. I'm sorry. I'm watching Deal or No Deal Island because I had the stomach flu last week. I know. I had the stomach flu and it made me feel better. It's a fantastic. But anyway, season 7 comes along, and after they've written this wonderful lesbian storyline that went over a season, and it was then they basically tried to write some softcore porn that didn't land. Yeah. Yeah. They really wanted it. But also there's like my issue. It was also the character of Kennedy, I think, is like she's like a shitty person. Yes. Like, and I didn't love that for Willow. And then it's like, if you could just, because with the world of Joss, he could just be like, Willow went and had, like, she got it out of her system. Like, we could have made Willow process that healthily. Sure. And then he like made her not. He goes, no, get her with the 17-year-old. And you're like, ew. I mean, yes, she's with a 17-year-old. I'm sure. And she's in her early 20s. It was weird. That was weird. It was weird. Also, the fact that Kennedy basically topped her when Willow was a top up until then. And also all of a sudden, because she's sad, she's like, well, okay, I guess I'm a bottom now. Like, and I understand that there are switches. I get that, but that's not how Willow ever struck me. Like, that's a good point. She came into never been gay before, yada, 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 meets a lady. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's just like, I got you, girl. You know, she takes her by the hand. She basically she tops that relationship, and that's from day one,
Yeah.
you know. So
I believe that. I guess I never followed the math though. That's
the
crazy.
top bottom math, yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
with Will, because I just give Willow all the grace in the world because she's amazing and I love her.
And she could
She
be
like killed a
anything.
man.
I mean,
She
it's a
like killed a man, and
spectrum,
we're
really.
like,
Yeah.
isn't Willow just the best?
Oh, she ripped the skin right off his body, and we're like, do it again, do it
Right off his
again, do
body.
it again.
She's so nice and understanding and cool. But yeah, wow, that really is a mischaracterization.
I think so. I think so. And by the way, when I said do it again, how great was Drusilla?
Oh, Drusilla's the best. Juliette Lewis, isn't it? No. Fuck.
No.
Juliet Landau.
Oh, good for you. I would have never grabbed that
Yeah.
name out of the air in 1,000 years. One of my favorite villains, I think, is Drusilla.
Ooh,
because
yeah, a
she's
Spike
bonkers.
Drusilla. I'm
Yeah.
not the biggest fan of like Spike and Buffy because I really like Spike and Drew. I really like a evil couple.
Yeah.
Like I like
Yeah.
that she thought he was a good poet. Like there's so much about
Yeah.
Spike and Drew.
Yeah.
And then, because then he like Cecily was like, "Ew, you're ugly, and I don't like you." And it's like this
You're
guy,
beneath
nobody
me.
likes him. He's a dork. His mom's fucking overbearing. Drusilla's like, hey, little sexy monster," and he's like, "I am a sexy monster." I like that.
Yeah. Aw,
She
was
like
good.
let
She
him
picked up a
blossom, whereas
stray.
Buffy's
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna
Oh,
use you for your body because I'm going through a lot."
That was one of my favorite relationships because
I
I do
know.
like to
You and
watch
my
a woman
mom-
use a man. Yeah, I just love to
You
watch
and my
him
mom
get hurt.
love
Mhm.
it.
I
Yeah.
love
I'm
her opportunity to get to use somebody for sex. How
Yeah,
fun for her.
that's true. I really am it's Buffy and Angel for me, dude.
Aw.
I don't, they go, "Oh, he's an old vampire that goes after a girl." I go, every old vampire goes after the high school girl. It's like,
I
it's their
mean,
thing.
and it's like it's an old man thing, apparently. Look at
It's an old man thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's just
yeah.
doing what he's supposed
He's
to.
doing what old white guys do. You just go after high school girls. The older you get,
It's,
yeah.
yeah. And then he waits and she ages up. That's what you're supposed to do.
And then she gets a little older and we're not quite as skeeved, but oh, what a
Yeah,
great show.
a 30 and 300, that's way less embarrassing.
Yeah, what's not really apples and oranges. 16 always sounds bad. I'll always rewatch. I rewatch when I'm sad. Usually when there's like some sort of political thing where the whole world is in danger, I'll go back to comfort TV, and it's always Buffy for me. Yeah.
It's hard for me to casually watch Buffy because I will just stop. I'm usually be on my phone and have music playing and reading a book and doing all the things. But when Buffy's on, there's something about it that fully grabs my attention and I can't do anything else. It's such a show to me.
It's yeah.
I go, what am I going to casually watch my favorite guys and their favorite things in the whole favorite world? Absolutely not. I'm sitting here like Christmas, like, and then what happened?
And you catch something new every time. I've watched
Every
it multiple times. There's
single
something
time.
new. And usually for me, it's like something to yell at, because I love to pick it apart and yell at it. But sometimes I'll catch something that's like, oh, I didn't even know that, they put that in intentionally. We were getting Morgan to watch the show, and and when my best friend got me into it when I was like 21, 22 maybe, she picked 3 episodes that would get me hooked on Buffy. And so the 3 that Kelly chose was, she wanted me to watch, I think the first episode we ever saw was Tabula Rasa.
Ooh.
It might have been. And then we went back and
that's insane.
Because she had so much explaining to do for me to watch Tabula Rasa. And that's where she started all. She's like, you're going to like this because it's funny. And let me explain who everybody is. But the funny thing is about that episode, she explained who everybody is, but also nobody's who they are.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make any sense.
I very much enjoyed that episode. And
that's your best friend?
My best friend Kelly. Yeah.
That is a best friend move to be like, listen, yes, but also you got to trust me that
By the way,
none of these are
spot
who they
on
say they're
impression
going to
of
be.
Kelly. She always starts with listen. I'm not kidding. She's very bossy, and there's a reason why we've been best friends since I was 15. But she always starts with, just trust me. I'm always right. And
Tabula Rasa is a good episode. I don't doubt it. I doubt the process, but I don't know if
it's the best place for a novice to start. If you're just like, because if you don't have someone to sit down and turn it off and explain the entire series to you and then go, now watch this. Now let's go back to season 2, because she had complete control of the TV. We were in our 20s. I'm pretty sure I was very high. So I was just like, oh, okay. Oh, that dude has a shark head. Oh, it was a lot. So with Morgan,
that's so funny.
What do? We started. We literally watched the pilot with her, and then I watched one of my favorite episodes, which was which one is that one with that keeps playing? I Only Have Eyes for You.
Yeah, it's Not Lie to Me. What the hell is it?
Oh, what is that one? Oh, it's one of my favorite episodes.
Forget? I'll Never Forget You. No.
What is it?
Damn, dude, the Buffy fans are going rabid right now because we're not thinking of the title. I Only Have Eyes for You?
It's called I Only Have Eyes for You.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite episodes.
This is a 2-time Buffy trivia championship at local bars in Lansing, Michigan.
Killing it. Yeah, I like that one because I like any TV that loops, and I like that it's not an official loop, but it's the same scenario being played out over and over again. So I like to see the different actors get to
and
do
the twist at the end. I didn't appreciate it till you gave it to me. To me that was just an episode of whatever Ghosts. But then when we got to the end and you go, you don't like that? I go, I like that a lot. But I believe it was Morgan's idea to start with the first episode. You know what I mean?
She said she can handle it. She's like, whatever. We watch anime. I was like, oh, you can handle anything.
We got this.
She's like, you're not gonna lose me with a storyline or some bizarre plot twist. We've done far more interesting than that. So we went back to the pilot to get her in. But yeah, if you were gonna start somebody from scratch, where would you start them?
I'm categorically an asshole, so I'm starting with the musical episode. I'm getting it out of the way. I go, if you don't like it, you got the second and third episode to watch, but this is what we're doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which also comes with the episode starts and you have to push pause and go, okay, here's who Buffy is, here's who Giles is, here's who Xander is, here's how Anya came into bit. She didn't start here. Here's so and so and so and so, and here's all the backstories. Now you push play and then you pause it every once in a while and go, now listen. Here's why they're fighting. Here's why this is uncomfortable. Yada, yada, yada.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is. It is really good. Oh my god.
There's a lot. Yeah, I think that's where I would start. And then I think a Halloween episode after that, just to set the tone.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily which one off rip. I feel like my gut says Fearless. That's like the season 4 with the little mini Moloch or whatever.
Yeah, the fear demon. And where Anya's the bunny.
I
think the first Halloween episode is great because you find out so much about Willow and you get the first whisper of Oz.
Yeah. And I dare I say gay Willow, you know what I mean? Like I feel like
it's the first time you see her as layers instead of just like, here's like Willow's like real innocent, she's shy, she's smart, but I got her pegged in my mind. Shy, smart, sciencey, nerd, good sidekick, Willow. And then this episode you're like, who is? Well, there's something else in there because she's competent. She gets bossy. She has a whole different side to her that hasn't come out yet. So
I really like And then they make Xander an army boy, and then anytime they need any army information, they go, "Nah, he remembers it from season 2."
Oh my god!
He knows just a line of dialogue,
military base combination, and
has everything when they need it. Very Deus Ex Machina. God,
well, how exciting! Yeah, I mean, how exciting for Nicholas Brennan to be like, yeah, I'm an army guy now. Yeah,
he's it. I know army stuff, so it's whatever.
Yep. Oh my god! So if you haven't watched Buffy, I recommend going to I always say start at season 2 and go forward and then go back. So start at season 2, and once you start loving the show, go back to 1. Because once you get a taste for it, you can palate season 1. I don't usually like to recommend people start there, but go like 2, 3, and then you'd be like, oh, well, what happened at 1? Then go 1, 2, 3, and then go all the way up to 7. That's how I would do it.
Season 4 is my least favorite season. I don't know if I've ever confessed that to you.
No,
I think College Buffy.
It happens.
It's
There's
like,
a lot of stupid there. I like it a lot more now, but.
Oh, all right. I'll rewatch it. I just always felt sort of bored with it. But even though that's the season that Willow turns lesbian, so I don't know.
Look, if I can zone out the initiative a little bit and really
Yeah.
focus on the emotions that's going on.
The
Some really
initiative,
good
all of
emotional.
Riley. Yeah.
All of Riley and his breathy
Yeah.
acting. Hi, that was embracing. Oh God.
The weird racism towards Slayers from the initiative. They're like, we're a real army. Your primordial evil is different. We're like, well, this is how you guys got in your shit. So
Yeah.
we fucking listen to the girl. The movie trope of like, oh, you think a little girl could stop me? It's like, she's magic, dude. She's every fucking magic girl is just a little girl until she magics your fucking ass gone.
Yeah. Yeah. And boy, it's fun to watch a little magic girl.
It's so fun to watch.
Kick some ass.
Yeah.
Blow people up with bazookas and shit. It's just such a good show. It's such a good show. Especially
it's
like
so good.
Yeah. I like it's usually, I mean, despite Joss Whedon being an enormous piece of shit,
It's so sad.
He does let the girls win a lot.
Yeah, but he doesn't get any money from Hulu from rewatching it.
I'm sure
Does he?
Just gets dump trucks of money that just show up
goddamn.
to his mailbox all the time.
Oh,
Yes.
damn. Okay.
And the show's still in syndication on
Damn, you're
what is
right.
that? Yeah, because when I go to hotel rooms sometimes and I just turn through, I'm like, what? Freeform.
Yeah,
Freeform just shows Harry Potter and Buffy. I'm like,
whoa, that's so fun.
Where's this from? It just shows I like. And Molly's like, oh, is that the Nerd Channel? I'm like, it's like, it's Walsh. She's a bitch. She got chased by a big dog.
People love Professor Walsh. I don't. I'm very so emotionally motivated when it comes to romance that I was like, she's mean. I don't like her.
Oh, I just liked her because she was a strong, authoritative female lady. And then I saw her as a judge on SVU and was like, there's Maggie Walsh, she's a judge. And she was kind of the same.
Yo, I think I remember that.
Yeah, she was the judge for a while on SVU, and she did a really good job.
Whoa. Buffy cast will show up in every single iteration of Law and Order. It's so fun.
Pedro Pascal was in Buffy.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
I think it's even before he changed his name. I think he's casted as Peter.
Yeah. Do you remember the episode name?
Was that Lie to Me? No, he didn't play Billy Fordham.
Look it up. I'm looking it up. I'm just testing your knowledge. So, oh, you're gonna kick yourself. But it's the seasons that you hate. It was what episode was it? Season 4, episode 1. Remember, it was the kid that always carried around the Art of Human Bondage with him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yo, that's so right.
What was that episode called? Oh God, I'm gonna kick myself for this. Oh, people are yelling at home.
We should have done a smidge.
If you know the answer to this, put it in the comments. The Freshman. Why wouldn't we know that?
Now I feel like an asshole.
How would I not know that? It's so stupid. Because one of my favorite episodes is now episode 2 of season 4 because her college roommate, Kathy.
Yeah,
oh, Kathy. What a
the Celine Dion poster. They go, yes. But in my little gay heart, I went, I don't see the problem.
I kind of like Kathy, who irons her jeans and just listens to divas. I'd be like, okay, all right, Kathy, what a personality. I don't think I could live with Buffy. Buffy
seems like a lot.
She seemed like a lot. Oh my God.
I would be Buffy's roommate. I go, what does she think? She's the chosen one or something?
I would have been sneaking into Willow's room though and be like, hey, do you like Hole? Hey.
That's why I always felt I never was attracted. I was attracted to Buffy's story, but never to Buffy because I was so attracted to Faith. But then I go, oh, I think I'm Buffy, which I think is what is
you want to be
the
Buffy.
Thing that,
yeah. Well,
but then I'm like,
it also shows that lesbians aren't attracted to all women. We're usually attracted to gay women.
Yeah, yeah.
Funny how that works out. Yeah. And sometimes moms, because I have a mom thing.
You do love Buffy's mom, dude. You told me that.
Buffy's mom. I like lots of moms, but Buffy's mom
hot? I never even saw it. But I'm into like
Joyce,
my age and younger-ish, like not moms.
Well,
I was like, that's my mom,
funny.
Dude.
Joyce on the show is younger than I am now, I think. So
that's so funny.
Isn't that funny? Yeah. So I think I've aged up into the Joyce bracket.
Now you're in the age demographic.
Oh yeah. And she's great. Great.
And she was a little minx. Joyce got some, dude.
Yeah,
She was like,
got
I'm going out
some.
with Brian.
Had a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dated that robot only the once.
Only one robot. And I gotta wonder what their bedroom life was like. If she's like, well, I kind of knew he was a robot because it did vibrate and spin, but
Yo, that's so funny. He's doing a bunch of robot stuff, but then Joyce doesn't know that. But then she's like, I don't know. He's got a robotic downstairs, dude.
I mean, it's
He's
been
got
a
unlimited
while.
stamina.
My ex-husband was just a man. This is a
Yeah, and that's Ritter. What the hell's his name?
John
John Ritter. Yeah,
Yeah.
R.I.P., dude. We got him before he passed, dude.
He
How
was
cool is that?
Great classic episode of Buffy with John Ritter. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
and
a
then
fabulous.
and then when Dawn is in season 5 or something, she goes, "Remember Ted?" And we're like,
You don't know who Ted is.
It's such a
Okay.
good show.
That is a warning
Such
for
a good
anybody
show.
who's jumping on the Buffy thing. Well,
Don't worry about
spoilers
anything.
left and right. Don't worry when something just pops up that you're just like, she doesn't have a fucking sister. No, she
Just
doesn't.
roll with it.
Just roll with it. Just because you will. You'll just be like, this show
Yeah,
sucks.
you'll
And then 3
get
episodes later, you'll be like, oh,
You'll
show
get
does
it.
not suck. And now it's time for Rad Libs. I've prepared a Mad Lib for us to do.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I've written a story. I've left out some parts of speech. You give me the parts of speech together. We're going to write a hilarious story.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, let's do it.
I need a U.S. city.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. A U.S. city. A U.S. city. I'm going to say Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Perfect. We're off to a great start. I need a first name.
Gail.
Gail. Great name.
I'm going to say Gail.
How many Gales do you know? I know one.
I'm reading The Hunger Games right now, so he pops up a little bit.
Have you ever read it before?
I did, but as a kid, the revolutionary aspects didn't hit me. I go, this is a fun story. But now as an adult, I'm like,
it's so
what the
good.
fuck is going on?
I
Yeah,
love
big
YA
Hunger Games
books
scale.
Sometime. Whenever a YA book crosses
I'm trying to
over
write one.
into, I will read it. I bet it's so
Yeah.
good. You're so creative.
Yeah.
You should
I'm
do that.
trying.
Be like your mom.
I
You
think
just
I
keep
have.
writing. You're gonna be so good. I'll read it. I'll be happy to read it
I
and
love
tell you
it.
how good you are. Oh, a little nugget. Okay, I need something you battle.
Oh, my inner demons.
Yes. I need a skill.
Juggling.
Yep. Great skill. Can you juggle?
I wish. Oh, I
can
wish.
teach you. I can
First
do
wish
3.
I'm with a. That's. If you taught me how to juggle, no matter what you did for my comedy career, I would thank you most for that ability.
Man, stick with me. Stick with me. I'll teach you how to juggle and crochet.
Oh,
Morgan can
I
teach
got
you how
the
to
moves.
crochet. Morgan, oh yeah. Yeah, I will work on juggling. Morgan got you crochet. I need an
2 for 1.
adjective. I know, you're gonna be so talented. I write books, I can juggle, I crochet.
You said an adjective,
Yeah.
and that is a.
Oh, it describes a noun. So my hair is
Fuzzy.
wavy, fuzzy. Oh, my hair is not fuzzy.
No,
Dick.
I was
no.
feeling the.
Oh yeah, okay, that works. Fuzzy.
Oh, fuzzy.
Excellent. A verb ending in ing.
Swimming.
Yes. Oh, yep.
It's crazy out here.
A plural noun.
Libraries.
Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. A dangerous item.
Scissors.
Oh my God, yes. You can do some damage with those. Yes, yes. A first name.
Belinda. Shout out to my mom.
Oh, shout out to Belinda. I do not have a thing for your mom,
My mom's a beauty, so if you did, I wouldn't.
but I could see how you could. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not done. Mom. And a treasure to be around. She's a wonderful woman. Another first name.
Angel.
Angel. Oh, she's
Angel. Yeah, no, say Angel. Pick Angel.
All right,
But she is an angel.
And then a name for a pet.
Oh, Snickers.
Yeah. Awesome. Another adjective.
Bouncy.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Plural noun, more than one of anything.
Cars.
An occupation?
Rodeo clown.
Yes. A color?
Magenta.
Change that sentence. Body part.
A body part?
Uh-huh.
Elbow.
It's the most common answer given by comedians on a Mad Lib. I only know this because I've been doing this
Elbow?
for so many years. Elbow is the most common answer
Whoa.
comedians give.
I'm so basic. I'm sorry, Patreon.
No, what's funny is I know you went through several before you got to elbow. Why we do this, I don't know.
Holy shit, you're right.
It's fun.
Because we're thinking of the funniest body part, maybe, and there's like sort of this.
It goes from dirty to basic to elbow, and it's somewhere between dirty and basic. And so it happens.
Whoa.
Molly always goes butt cheeks because she's 12, which is always fun. But she doesn't go through several. She just goes butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks. Okay. Whoa. What a move.
I know.
I said dick first. I go, I'm not going to say dick.
I'm going to put dick. I'm changing it to dick.
I put dick. I feel like I'm in toilet humor.
We're going to do this again. We're going to start doing this more regularly. I'm just going to have you on. We're going to talk about something else next time.
I'm terrified of improv. So I get the idea. But you pulling the Mad Libs so fast is requiring my brain to like sort of let go.
You just go with the first thing.
Yeah.
First thing that I like it like a Rorschach. So the faster I ask them, usually the faster you
come
hobby. Any hobby. Hobby.
Writing.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
A verb ending in ing.
I already said swimming, flying,
yes. Article of clothing,
a hoodie sweater.
Oh, that's attractive. We have a story, my friend. We've done it. We've written phenomenal story. You showed up. We talked about shit. We told people how we met. We talked about Buffy. We've written a story. This story that we've written together is called The Chosen One. I've written it because of our shared love of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I'm so stoked.
In the quiet town of Indianapolis, a seemingly ordinary high school student named Gail has a not so ordinary secret. She is the chosen one, destined to fight inner demons and other forces of evil. She is Gail, the inner demon slayer. By day, she tried to balance her life at Indianapolis High School, struggling with juggling class, avoiding fuzzy teachers, and dreaming of swimming at the prom. But by night, she patrolled the streets, armed with a library and an attitude sharper than scissors. Hey, that fits. Luckily, she didn't have to do it alone. Her best friends, a brainy witch named Belinda, and a goofy but loyal sidekick named Angel, always had her back. Oh, that goofy sidekick Angel. Together, they hung out in the school library where their wise mentor, Snickers, would warn them about the latest supernatural disaster, usually involving a bouncy demon or an ancient prophecy about cars. Things got even more complicated when Gail fell for a mysterious rodeo clown. With magenta eyes and a brooding past, could she trust him? Was she falling in love? Would he break her dick? See how well dick worked there? Between slaying, studying, and avoiding detention, she somehow managed to save the world while still making time for riding and flying at the mall. Because when you're the chosen one, every day is a battle, but at least you get to wear a hoodie sweater while doing it.
Yo! That was awesome.
Isn't it fun?
It's so fun.
We're going to do this more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do this again. Yeah, okay. Well, we've done it. Thanks for coming on. Is there anything you want to plug so people can know where to find you and learn more about you besides seeing me? You're going to be at my show in Chicago and anywhere else that's near your area.
Yeah. Couple Indiana. But just my Instagram and my TikTok at Nicole Melnyk on TikTok, and then at McFancy Von Pants on Instagram.
McFancy Von Pants, guys, go to at McFancy Von Pants.
Interview complete. Watching all 7 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer as soon as I finish Deal or No Deal Island.
Oh!
Oh, now Computer Lady's going to be a Buffy fan too. Oh my gosh, how fun is Nicole Melnyk? I'm definitely going to be having her on the podcast more frequently because I feel like we could talk about literally anything. I don't know about you, but I'm going to have a good time. So go ahead right now. If you're not doing anything, follow Nicole. I think she's McFancy Von Pants. Just rolls off the tongue. Find her, follow her. She's going places and a lot of places with me. So that's great. Let's just hope she'll show up. Find me online, KristinKey.com. See if I'm going to come to a city near you, buy some tickets to my shows, buy some merch from my store. Join the Lesbian Army. Oh, it's a Patreon, but boy, is it fun. We have a lot of exclusive content that you won't see anywhere but there. In fact, there might be stuff from this podcast that's missing and only on Patreon. You don't know. How would you know? How would you know until you join? Anyway, so I will see you on the new Patreon. I'll see you at one of my shows. I'll see you wearing one of my shirts because you completed all of the assignments. Guys, so much for listening, for watching, however you take this in. I'm going to keep making this podcast when I can because it's just so much fun for me. So until next time. Goodbye.
We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. 'Cause Kristin